We are live at Gwine Athletic Complex, Oxford Hills High School, taking on Lewiston in boys lacrosse on this little windy but pleasant afternoon here in the Norway and South Paris area. Oxford Hills High School at the border of three different towns, and the Vikings taking on the Blue Devils here this afternoon. For Lewiston, they are having a very strong start to the year. They are 4-1 on the season, and they beat Oxford Hills earlier in the year by a score of 10-1. So the Vikings will look to turn the tables here today. Oxford Hills at 2-2 on the year. My name is Aaron Morse, bringing you all the action here between the Vikings and the Blue Devils as the face-off will be set for in about 4 minutes. No lineups or anthem being announced, so they'll start fairly quickly once the clock hits zero there on the scoreboard. And the Vikings are led by their head coach, Hunter Roll, and the head coach of the Blue Devils is Ben Fournier here today. And if you look at Lewiston, they're led by their senior in goal, Donald Tripp, number 27 for the Blue Devils. He's currently in between the pipes right now as Lewiston warms up to our right down there on the field. We have a good view of the action. It's a grass field, and the Vikings are warming up to our left in their green and white uniforms, green helmets, white jerseys, as you can see now on the screen. The Vikings, the home team here today. This is the Biz Realty pregame show, and this broadcast of Varsity Boys Lacrosse on BRG Sports is brought to you by Play It Again Sports of Auburn. And don't forget, stick around for after the game when we'll have the Ripley and Fletcher Ford postgame show with our Bessie Motors player of the game. We'll see who stands out here today between the Vikings and the Blue Devils. And so these two teams obviously good rivals in a number of different sports. We've seen them clash on the football field and some good basketball games. Lewiston basketball much improved in recent years, of course, and now we get to see them both on the lacrosse field here this afternoon. So first time for me personally seeing either of these teams, so I'm excited to see what they both have to offer. Again, just based on the record and the last result, Lewiston the favorite in this one at 4-1 and that 10-1 win over the Vikings, but we shall see certainly. And don't forget, folks, you can check out all our broadcasts. If you're on our website right now, you are in the right place. We are bringing you Oxford Hills games this spring. We're bringing you Edward Little games this spring. Obviously, Lewiston plays those schools a lot. We'll bring you some Lewiston games as well. And also had the chance to bring you a Poland baseball game the other day. A good one against Edward Little that was eventually called for the account of darkness, and the Red IDs got the victory in that one. So all around the area, we've got the broadcast covered for you this spring. And the players obviously grateful to have a spring season after last year's got completely wiped out by the pandemic, but they're back on the field here today. And again, Oxford Hills and Lewiston just they actually moved the clock now to over 5 minutes left. We had gone on with 5 minutes remaining on the clock, but they adjusted it, and so just for a little bit of time, again, about scheduled 4 o'clock start time here today. Let's take a break, and we'll be back in just a bit here on BRG Sports.
When you're looking for your next vehicle, look no further than right here at Bessie Motor Sales. Bessie Motors has a large selection of new and pre-owned vehicles at affordable prices. With a sales, service, and collision center, we are Western Maine's one-stop shop for all your automotive needs. Come see what all the buzz is about at Bessie Motor Sales and see all the great deals on our website at bessiemotor.com.
Biz Realty has been busy as bees to please buyers and sellers of real estate since 1984. Biz Realty is a full-service real estate agency for residential, commercial, industrial, waterfront, as well as farms, located on Main Street in historic South Paris. Their full-time associates are qualified, experienced professionals in the field with a strong connection to the community. Visit their website at bizrealty.net or call 743-9303. Go Vikings, Falcons, and Cougars from the team at Biz Realty.
It's the Biz Realty pregame show here on BRG Sports. My name is Aaron Morse. We're going to have you starting lineups in just a moment here. Oxford Hills preparing to take on Lewiston in boys lacrosse, so you have a general idea of who's going to be out there on the field, at least initially, to start this game. And then obviously there will be lots of subs throughout. We'll keep track of those as well as Blue Devils and Vikings ready to square off. Lewiston 4-1 on the season, warming up here to our right. So they're a very strong program this year, and you look at just their roster, and how it breaks down, at least for the Blue Devils. They do have quite a few seniors on this roster. Remember, we've talked about this in baseball. The seniors didn't play last year as juniors, so the last time they played was sophomore year. And if you look at a sophomore or a ninth grader, obviously they have no previous high school experience, and maybe the juniors don't as well, as they were only ninth graders the last time there was any spring sports here in the area. So, but for, Lewiston, you have Cameron Bision as a senior, number 24, John Bigelow a senior, number 23, some of their players there, Bision on defense, Bigelow on the attack. And now we do have some starting lineups being handed to us, and we really appreciate that, as we'll break it down real quick for you here. You look at the starting lineups for Oxford Hills, the home team in this one, as in goal is, now let's see, it doesn't correspond to our roster, so we'll try to be careful with this one. As, let's see here, the Vikings, here we go, the Vikings, number 15, Alden Tim is one of their attackers. Their goalie is number 2, and his name is Trey Edmonds, one of the goaltenders. Troy Edmonds, a sophomore in goal. Troy Edmonds. On defense, number 34, Colin Edwards. Number 38, Zach Lovat. Number 31, Bowden Dock. Number 3, Hayden Riley. Nick Bancroft in midfield along with Hayden Riley. And then number 4 is Jacob Mondor. Ryan Coolidge on the attack. Derek Brooks on the attack. And as I mentioned before, number 15 there, Alden Tim, a senior on the attack for Oxford Hills. We mentioned we thought it was going to be Tripp in goal, but apparently it looks like Lewiston will be starting a different goaltender here today. It's going to be, they have Cronkite listed as their goalie, and he's number 17. And they have the roster a little bit different on the sheet I got than they do here on the scorebook, as they have Cody Dion listed as number 17 in the scorebook. So we'll have to figure that one out. But in any case, also starting for them, Troy Poulin, along with Kyle Graves and Tim Runstrom, along with Caleb Sear. Also starting for the Blue Devils is Javardo Wedderburn. He's in midfield. Starting for Lewiston, Nick Pelletier. Also in the midfield on the attack, Tyler Ledger, Keegan Whiting, and Connor Martin. Those are the starters for Lewiston against Oxford Hills here today. And we went over the Oxford Hills starters as well in this one. So now we do have about 30 seconds till they'll take the field and get this one started between the Vikings and the Blue Devils. As Oxford Hills walking over towards us here on the left side now of our point of view. We have a good kind of field level point of view. We're at midfield. Oxford Hills and Lewiston just moments away from the face-off. We're going to be going off the rosters we have in the booth, and some of them didn't necessarily match the numbers we saw in the book, but hopefully nothing too troublesome will emerge in terms of those contradictions. But right now I do see for Oxford Hills, Bowden Dock, senior number 31, jogging over. We'll see if he's one of the starters in goal. Looks like he might be a long stick midfielder perhaps for them, or defender. They haven't taken the field quite yet. This is the Biz Realty pregame show. Boys Lacrosse brought to you by Play It Again Sports Auburn. Thank you, of course, to all our sponsors for their support of high school athletics here in the state of Maine. As the clock is set at 12 minutes for the first period, about ready to get started. Now the Vikings are taking the field. As we mentioned, Troy Edmonds is their goalie. Troy Edmonds, number 2, a sophomore in goal. And Bowden Dock's one of his defenders. Big number 31 there for Oxford Hills, a senior. Along with a couple other teammates over there on the right side. Face-off about to get underway. Oxford Hills, Oxford Hills' Jacob Mondor, number 4, versus Lewiston's number 18, Cody Dion. Vikings will be going right to left on your screen, and we're underway with the face-off. Ball rolls to the far side, scooped up by the Vikings, going right to left on the move quickly. It's Nicholas Bancroft initially, number 27, picking up the ground ball. Bancroft to the goal line now on the far side, goes behind the goal here. Passes it behind the net now for Derek Brooks. Brooks moving to his left, fires a pass, is intercepted. Good defensive play by Eli Bigelow, the 9th grader for Lewiston, and Bigelow is on the move. Bigelow, untouched down the field now, fires a shot, and it might have gone off the post there. Perhaps getting the stick on it there was Troy Edmonds for a save, but in any case, the shot goes out of play on the far side. Lewiston maintaining possession here. Going left to right on your screen. 11:17 remaining in our opening period of action. Blue Devils with the ball. It's Gavin Cronkite, number 17. Senior midfielder. Surveying the landscape right now. Cronkite now makes his move to the near side. Behind the net it goes. This pass intended for number 22, Bryce Dufour, got away, but Lewiston scoops it up. Maintaining possession. This one goes off the foot of Cronkite and scooped up by the Vikings this time. Good job by Mondor over there, the senior. They get it up ahead, and here comes Oxford Hills. Hayden Riley passes it now near side for Bancroft. Bancroft through the defense. Bancroft on the move, fires a shot. It bounces high and out. Oxford Hills should maintain possession here. No score, just underway. Vikings and Blue Devils. Behind the net right now. They tried to bounce it. Now back outside the circle. Firing in from straight on. Shot got blocked. Mondor with the attempt. Now the ball loose. Taken by the Lewiston goalie. That is Donald Tripp in goal. They initially listed someone else, but it is Donald Tripp starting for Lewiston, so I apologize earlier for saying he was not starting. He is. Donald Tripp had the ball. Went out of play. Oxford Hills takes it back. Here's Mondor. Passes it far side for Bancroft. Bancroft, the junior, handling. Bancroft passes it. Nice centering feed with a shot too high off the stick of Hayden Riley. Still Oxford Hills ball, though. Near side. Alden Tim. Over for Mondor. Mondor's pass too wide for the intended target. He was looking for Derek Brooks, but it'll be Lewiston ball after that one went out. Scooping it up, Elijah Brito, junior, for the Blue Devils, and he's on the move. Passes it over to the goalie Tripp. Now to the far side for Sear. Up ahead. Sear's pass a little wide, the intended target, Nick Pelletier, but scooped up by Lewiston anyway. Near side, Cronkite on the move. Cronkite's shot is wide. Lewiston will maintain possession as Kyle Graves was back there. Graves handling the ball with 8:55 to go here in the first. Graves passes it. Lefty shot here, too high from Troy Poulin. And Lewiston maintains possession. Good centering feed. This shot, though, is blocked. Ball rolling, trying to scoop up the ground ball in front of the goal right now, and finally able to do so is the goalie, Edmonds. Here come the Vikings on the move. With a head of steam, Hayden Riley. His centering feed tipped. Back behind the circle now. Good shot from straight on. That time by Mondor, but turned away. Good save by Tripp. Oxford Hills maintains possession. Now behind the net. Derek Brooks had it. Got bumped. Lewiston ball. Brito passes it back to his goalie, Tripp. Tripp will try to avoid some Oxford Hills players as he's out of the crease. Passes it now far side for Sear. Near side, here's Langley. Langley, sophomore, pretty tall player for Lewiston. Pass it forward far side for John Bigelow. Bigelow passes it up ahead. Blue Devils trying to get on the board first. Still no score. 7:37 to go here in the first. Right now they have it behind the Oxford Hills net. Possessing it is Graves. Graves looking for some options here. Finally passes it near side for Poulin. Poulin passes it back. Goes off the stick of Dion. Picked up by the Vikings. Bancroft is on the move for Oxford Hills. Bancroft through a couple defenders. Shot got blocked. Now it's a battle for the ball behind the Lewiston net. And we have a whistle. It'll be Blue Devil ball. Good opportunity, though, for Oxford Hills. Now here comes Brito for Lewiston on the move. Passes it up ahead. Ledger. Far side now. No score. 6:44 to go in the first. Near side, lefty shot here. Nice save by Edmonds on the attempt by Poulin. Good save by Troy Edmonds, a sophomore in goal for Oxford Hills. And now the Vikings have the ball around midfield. It's Bancroft again, the junior. Bancroft near side for Peyton Sherbinski. Sherbinski runs through a Blue Devil, lost the ball briefly, picks it back up. Now scoops it near side. Into the stick of Gray Vanderwood, a junior for Oxford Hills. Vanderwood on the move. Vanderwood cut off by a pair of Lewiston defenders. Passes it behind the Lewiston net. Now the ball loose along the goal line and towards the far side, where Vanderwood scoops it up. Vanderwood goes behind the Lewiston net now. Vikings at 2-2 on the year. Lewiston at 4-1. Lewiston won the first matchup. Lewiston ball now. No score in this one. Tripp fires it up ahead. Here's Dion. They get it way up ahead now, near side for Poulin. Poulin's had a couple looks. 5:20 to go. Poulin on the move. Poulin centering feed here, and a good defensive play that time by Doc. Bowden Doc causes the turnover. With some trouble, though, is Vanderwood at midfield. It is scooped up, though, by his teammate, Mario DeVivo. DeVivo on the move now to the far side. Around a couple defenders. Shot goes wide. To the left of the net. With 4:52 to go in the first. Still scoreless. Oxford Hills trying to get on the board early. Derek Brooks with it. All the way to the left here. Passes it. Intercepted. Knocked away by Whiting. Whiting, the senior defender, is on the move. Whiting on the near side. The long stick. Passes it now to Poulin. Behind the net they go for Graves. Graves looking for some options now. Graves passes it back far side. They center it for Cronkite. Cronkite, good pass, shot here. Turned away. Pelletier had a good look. Nick Pelletier, the 9th grader. Still Lewiston ball with 4:15 to go in the first period. Lewiston and Oxford Hills are scoreless. Maneuvering through traffic, unable to finish though. Graves. Taken by Doc, who fires it up ahead. Now knocked back by the Blue Devils. Into the stick of a Viking. And it's DeVivo again. Passes it near side. Taken away by Pelletier of the Blue Devils. And Pelletier sprinting down the far side. Pelletier Spins. Weaves. Pelletier looking for some options. Now centers it for Bigelow. Near side. Poulin. The shot here, and it sneaks by for a goal. That was off the stick of Bigelow, the ninth grader, and the Blue Devils lead 1-0 with 3:28 to go here in the first. So Lewiston strikes first here today against Oxford Hills. So they went almost 9 minutes without anyone scoring until it was Eli Bigelow, the ninth grader, finding the back of the net. Face off at midfield now after the goal by Lewiston. Ball rolls over for Bancroft. They pass it up ahead. Riley trying to scoop this one up. He does. Riley has his stick knocked away from him by Whiting. Good defensive play. It's Lewiston ball. Keegan Whiting causes the turnover there. Here come the Blue Devils on the move. Dion. Still loose. Passes it near side for Poulin. Behind the net, Graves. Graves spins in traffic right now. Passes it back, a shot here. Bouncer goes wide left from Dion with 2:44 to go in the first. Still 1-0 Lewiston. Ball rolled way away, but now they pick one up. Graves. A lot of ninth graders contribute to this Lewiston team, so they're 4-1 with a young core, it seems, which is big. Good pass, good handling, and the shot is just wide. Dion, another ninth grader, with a good look. Lewiston maintains possession. Graves surveying the landscape. Graves spins, being pressured. Maintains his possession, passes it back now. Poulin around the perimeter. Weaving through traffic, a shot here. Save made that time. The shot by Dion and the save by Edmonds. Here come the Vikings on the attack now. Down 1-0 early. Trying for the equalizer. But the pass is wide. They're trying to get it to Alden Tim. Tim does end up picking up the ball, and Tim now moves to his right. Tim now passes it near side. Bancroft again. Bancroft. He's had some chances. Centers it now for Tim. Here's Mondor. Pass near side for Bancroft. Bancroft, the junior. Along the goal line now on the near side. Centering feed, and nicely done by Tripp that time as he stuck his stick out and got the ball. The senior in goal. Pass up ahead. Now the ball knocked loose. Ground ball here picked up by the Vikings. It's Mondor. Was looking for Brooks that time, but it was a little bit wide, and it'll be a Lewiston ball here with 51.3 seconds left in the first. Lewiston up 1-0 early. Here's Tripp. Up ahead now. Lewiston, they were trying to get it on the stick of Brito, but it went wide, and now Oxford Hills takes over. Bancroft with it. Passes it up ahead for Riley, but he lost it. Here come the Blue Devils. Number 22, Dufour on the move. 25 seconds left here in the first. Center it for Pelletier. Pelletier trying to find a lane here. They got 12 seconds to work with, and this pass just went off the stick of the intended target. We're now scooped up by Dufour. They got 5 seconds to get a shot off here. The roller that time goes wide from Pelletier with .7 left. There won't be much time at all. They'll go to scoop it up. Graves. And that is the end of the first. With the score, Lewiston 1, Oxford Hills nothing. We'll take a quick break here on BRG Sports.
If you're a young adult, 17 years or older, and looking for a career opportunity in healthcare, then consider joining the amazing team at Market Square Health Center in South Paris. The Market Square CNA program has immediate openings for young men and women where you can earn and learn to become a certified nursing assistant, and no experience is necessary. Take the first step and call Marcy Winslow, Director of Nursing, at 743-7086, or visit us at marketsquarehealth.com. That's marketsquarehealth.com.
Looking for a new home without the hassle? Twin Town Homes in Oxford, Maine is serious about earning your business. Their no-pressure sales staff will walk you through the design and building process from start to finish. With their experienced excavation contractors, they can work with you in completing your project from the ground up. Let Twin Town Homes wow you with the perfect balance of quality and affordability you should expect from a home builder in business for 65 years. Visit Twin Town Homes, Route 26, Oxford, Maine today. Home shopping, hassle-free. TwinTownHomes.com. Let's go Vikings!
And welcome back in to our broadcast booth here at the Gouin Athletic Complex. We're through one quarter of play. This is Boys Lacrosse presented by Play Again Sports Auburn on BRG Sports. My name is Aaron Morse. Lewiston has a 1-0 lead over Oxford Hills through one quarter of action. The only goal today, Eli Bigelow, the 9th grader, number 19 in blue, finding the back of the net. Besides that, both teams have played very solid defense so far in this one. Remember, the first time these two teams met was a 10-1 win for Lewiston. So for Oxford Hills to hold Lewiston, only one goal in the first quarter, certainly an improvement for the Vikings. The problem for Oxford Hills now is to try to find the back of the net themselves. That's going to be the key, as they were shut out in that opening quarter. So for the second quarter, Oxford Hills will be going left to right on your screen against Lewiston. And it'll be, looks like, a face-off here between like Nick Pelletier and Gray Vanderwood on the face-off. Pelletier number 6 in blue for the Blue Devils. And Vanderwood across from him here. Only had a couple face-offs today with only that one goal. 1-0 Lewiston to begin the second quarter. 12-minute quarters, high school. And the face-off quickly goes towards the Oxford Hills goal, and it's scooped up by Pelletier, who's on the move. Pelletier, shot save that time. It bounces away to the far side, taken by Poulin of Lewiston. Poulin pass now goes behind the net. Centering feed here and a goal right on the doorstep. Bigelow with the finish. It was John Bigelow, number 23 that time, it looks like, for Lewiston. John Bigelow, the senior, on the attack. So Eli Bigelow scored the first goal. Now John Bigelow scores the second goal for Lewiston. They lead 2-0. And once again, it'll be Pelletier versus Vanderwood on the face-off. So they score less than 20 seconds in to the second quarter. Face off at midfield. And Vanderwood picks it up for the Vikings, but lost it. And now Pelletier has it for Lewiston. We do have a whistle, though. It'll be Oxford Hills' ball. So the Vikings down 2-0 now. Going left to right. Trying to fight through the defenders. It's Peyton Sherbensky for Oxford Hills. He'll pass it far side now. From DeVivo, who's had some opportunities. He tried to center it. The pass was too high. Ball on the ground. Who's going to get it? Scooped up by the Vikings. Vanderwood. Vanderwood now. Moving near side. Left to right. Inside 11 minutes to go, second quarter. 2-0 Lewiston leads. Tripping and falling while on the attack that time was Ryan Coolidge. Looked like he had something going, but couldn't quite keep his footing. And now here comes Pelletier of Lewiston. Pelletier making things happen. The pass ahead, though, too high for John Bigelow. And the Vikings get it back. They'll have to try to clear it, though, now with their big defender, Bowden Dock. Dock flings it forward. And that's one way to clear it, get it across the midfield line, but the Vikings have to scoop it up now. They do. Sherbinsky lost it, though. Out of bounds. Lewiston takes it back. Across midfield. Now a shot from distance and a goal. Another one for John Bigelow. Moving to his right on the run. Scores his second goal of the second quarter. And it's 3-0 Lewiston. So after a low-scoring first quarter, Lewiston has come out on the attack here in the second. 2 quick scores to go up 3-0. Looking for their 5th win of the 2021 season. Well, the face-off at midfield. Cody Dion this time versus Jacob Mondor of Oxford Hills. Dion for Lewiston. Ball rolls towards the Oxford Hills net, but scooped up by the Vikings. Bancroft now with it. Bancroft fights off a defender. Bancroft the pass. Oh, they tried to one-time it. Couldn't really possess it. Now we do have a whistle as he got it onto the stick that time of Derek Brooks. But it's going to be Lewiston ball here, it appears. Brooks couldn't quite one-time it home. Here comes Cade Langley of Lewiston, number 20. Long stick up ahead now for Dion. Dion on the move for Lewiston. Dion around one defender. Dion centers it. Ball loose. Scooped up by the Vikings. Once again, it's Bancroft, who certainly has good size, looking to just run over people. And we have a whistle with 9:10 left in the second. 3-0 Lewiston with the lead. There's a flag on the far side. Warning. They were warning him not to lead with his head, but it's just a warning, that's all it is. So it's Lewiston ball, with the Blue Devils leading here by a score of 3-0. Dufour on the move for the Blue Devils. Now a shot from distance. Misses that time from Gavin Cronkite. Scooped up by Graves. Graves passes it near side for Dion. Dion looking for some options. He'll burst to his left but lost the ball. Ball on the ground now. Battle for it. Won by the Vikings. Good job on defense. But now they lose it near midfield, trying to maintain possession as it rolls around. Picked up here by Mondor. Mondor passes up ahead, wide of the intended target. He was looking for Mario DeVivo there, but it went wide of him. Still Oxford Hills able to maintain possession. This pass intercepted. Good defense that time by Brito. Right in front of the net for Lewiston. And now Brito is on the move. Elijah Brito, the junior. His pass up ahead, though, gets knocked loose. And it's a battle for it here along the goal line by Oxford Hills end. And we have a whistle with 7:54 to go, second period. 3-0 Lewiston leads. They've gotten 2 goals from John Bigelow and 1 from Eli Bigelow today. And here come the Vikings. Going left to right. Handling it is Mondor. Mondor has it knocked away, though, by Pelletier. And Pelletier now on the move for Lewiston. Pelletier passes up ahead, and that is off the mark. He was looking for Sam Kumatosh, but Kudamash, pardon me, but went wide, and it's going to be Viking ball. With it right now is Doc. Doc fires it up ahead for DeVivo. DeVivo is on the move. DeVivo across the midfield line. Up ahead now for Vanderwood. Vanderwood passes it back far side now for DeVivo. DeVivo looking to move. DeVivo with 6:55 on the clock, handling. Passes it back now from the top. Shot wide left that time from Vanderwood. Good look, though. From distance, just missed to the left. Oxford Hills still with the ball. Shot on the move. Just wide from DeVivo, and it'll roll out on the far side. It should be still Oxford Hills' ball. It is. Alden Tim passes it back for Vanderwood. Vanderwood weaves around one defender. Vanderwood, the shot on the run. Save made by Tripp. And Tripp picks it up. Nicely done by the senior. And Tripp will fire a long pass up ahead to midfield. A good pass right onto the stick of Bigelow. Eli Bigelow now on the run. Shot wide. But a good transition offensive look there from Lewiston with 6:08 to go in the second. On the near side now. It's Graves. The ninth grader very involved with the offense. Graves now running to his right. Good pass on the doorstep denied. Bigelow, that's John Bigelow, had a chance for his third, but it bounced away. I believe it was a save for Edmonds. Could have also gone off the post. Ball loose, picked up now by the Vikings. Here's Edmonds. Troy Edmonds, the goaltender. Near side, here's Doc. Doc flings it forward. 50-50 ball here, taken by the Blue Devils. Eli Bigelow has his stick knocked away by Vanderwood. Now the ball loose. Key ground ball here in Oxford Hills end, picked up by the Blue Devils. Kudamash back now for Cronkite. He'll fire from distance, and it's wide. Lewiston maintains possession. Graves handling. Graves behind the net. Passes a good pass. Eli Bigelow wide to the right that time. They keep shooting, though. 5:02 left in the second, leading 3-0. Looking for more. Kudamash on the far side. Passes behind the net for Graves. Graves surveying. Graves moving to his right. Now spins along the goal line. Graves behind the Oxford Hills net. Graves passes it back far side. Off the stick of Kudamash. Kudamash fires a shot. It's wide to the left. Good look by the junior. Graves with it now for Lewiston near side. Graves goes behind the Oxford Hills net. Blue Devils up 3-0 right now. 4:23 to go in our second quarter. Graves along the goal line, passes it a little bit behind the intended target, scooped up by Vanderwood of Oxford Hills, but then Vanderwood lost it. Here's Doc. Doc for the Vikings, flings it forward. Jump ball over the stick of the intended target, Dean Sinkler. Ball loose, wind picking up. Sinkler looking to scoop up the ground ball, but he's battling a Blue Devil right now as Cody Dion's on his hip. It rolls out of bounds. It'll be Oxford Hills' ball here with 3:53 to go in the second quarter, trailing 3-0, trying to get on the board. They were able to hold off a lot of shots that time on the last possession by Lewiston. Mondor lost it, picks it back up. Mondor on the near side here, going left to right on your screen, parallel to the goal. Now cutting to his left, and it went in, and there's a flag, but that should be a goal for Mondor. I think he survived the penalty and scored. Let's see, though. Mondor. The goal is good. Yes, Mondor does get the goal. It's 3-1. So Jacob Mondor, the senior, gets the Vikings on the board. With 3:35 remaining in the second quarter, he survived a slashing penalty that was called on Lewiston, I believe. And then he scored. Dion to handle the faceoff against Mondor here. 3-1 now as the rain starts to fall a little bit and the wind blowing right into our booth on the near side here. Off the faceoff, it's picked up by the Vikings. Hayden Riley up ahead now for Bancroft. Bancroft through traffic. Bancroft still on the move. Shot wide. Not by much. Good look that time from Bancroft. Ball loose now in front of the net. Back to Bancroft. Oh, shot that time got tipped. Good defense that time by Keegan Whiting of Lewiston. 3-1, Blue Devils lead the Vikings, 3:03 to go, second quarter. Pass goes back, shot from distance that time, wide to the left from Mondor, who has the Vikings' lone goal so far, and had a good look there. Far side, now they get it back to Mondor. Mondor going to shoot again, save made by Tripp. Loose ball, picked up by the Blue Devils for now, on the move. Whiting across midfield on the near side as the rain starts to come down a little harder. Whiting handling now, passes it back. Here's Dion. Lewiston able to survive the man down that time as Bigelow's back. Eli Bigelow was called for that slashing, but he's back in now. So they're at full strength again. Oxford Hills had a couple of looks on the man up, couldn't quite convert. 3-1, Lewiston leads, 2:15 to go in the second. Here's a shot, tough angle and a goal! What a move that time by Dion. And Lewiston gets their fourth of the game, it's 4-1. First goal of the afternoon for Cody Dion, the ninth grader, the midfielder for the Blue Devils. A great move that time, coming from behind the net and scoring. 2:10 left in the second. Lewiston leads 4-1 as they answer the Vikings goal. I'm being told by our producer Josh Demarius it's nice and sunny in Auburn. It is raining here at the Gwinnett Athletic Complex, home of the Vikings. Face off at midfield here with Lewiston up 4-1 now after the goal by Dion. Ball rolls around. Picked up here by Riley, going left to right for Oxford Hills. Riley. On the move. Good defense by the Blue Devils so far. Riley using the referee as a screen. Goes now to the near side along the goal line here. Out behind the net goes Riley. Riley to the far side, passes it back. On the stick of Alden Tim. Oh, here's Bancroft from straight on. Couldn't get much on that. Went wide to the left. There was a Viking back there. That Viking's not in the game, so there was not a Viking back there, so it's Lewiston ball. Tripp gets it up ahead. That Viking is just there to help out if balls get away so they don't roll way too far. He's not actually in the game. Ball loose there. Still in Lewiston's end. 1:15 to go in the second quarter. 4-1 the lead for the Blue Devils. They pick up the ground ball. Caleb Sear, and now we have a whistle, though. Clock's out to the minute 10 left. And it'll be Viking ball, it appears. Behind the net right now, surveying the landscape, is Derek Brooks. Brooks handling, passes it. Centering feed, bounces away towards us at midfield. Picked up by Oxford Hills. Sherbinski. Sherbinski on the move, near side now. Sherbinski moving to his left. Under a minute to go. Second quarter. This pass off the mark. Battle for the ground ball. Picked up. Well, still loose, actually. Vikings get it back. Far side. Battling for the ball right now. Oxford Hill's going to have to get a shot off. Brooks was the one battling for it. He picks it up. Brooks, good centering feed here. Bancroft, a bouncer, goes wide. A good look from Bancroft on the run. 23.9 seconds left in the second. It's going to be Lewiston ball. There was no one back there for Oxford Hills. Lewiston gets it up ahead quickly. Going to have to hurry. 15 seconds left in the quarter. Scooped up though by the Vikings. Ball loose on the ground here near midfield. As the wind gusts right into our booth on the far side loose, and they've only got, I was going to say they only had a few seconds. They had no time left. The clock's hit 0, and that's the end of the second quarter with the score. Lewiston 4 and Oxford Hills 1. We'll take a break. It's halftime here on BRG Sports.
Napa knows every driver deserves quality parts. With 27 locations in Maine, Coastal Auto Parts is bringing quality to local communities. Our knowledgeable customer service teams and massive inventory helps us get the parts you need when you need them. And when you sign up for Napa Rewards, you'll save more each time you shop. Stop by one of our locations today to learn more. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Napa know-how. Napa know-how. Napa know-how. Napa know-how.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
Subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Get the real deal from State Farm agent Joshua Lynn in Turner, Maine.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
It's understood in New England that Maine winters build character. At Ripley and Fletcher Ford, we've been building character for over 100 years. We kept you on the road when they were all made of gravel. We will continue to get you where you're going so you can enjoy the Maine winter. We are what other dealerships pretend to be. Ripley and Fletcher Ford, Oxford County's premier Ford dealer since 1909.
The best way I could describe working with Hammond Lumber, our relationship, is like working with a group of friends.
Their service is excellent in the store. You walk in, there's always somebody there waiting to help you.
Delivery, on-site help, whatever's needed, they're there for us.
Aggressive on the pricing, they have all the materials and products we need.
Their sales service is exceptional.
They deliver everything when we expect it to be delivered.
It always comes back to service, with Hammond Lumber being the most important thing.
When it comes to banking, you deserve to have it all. With Dirigo, you can get that thing you really want, with great rate credit cards and loans. You can have it all with Dirigo.
Halftime here at the Gwinnett Athletic Complex. Aaron Morse with you on BRG Sports. This presentation of boys lacrosse on BRG Sports brought to you by Play It Again Sports of Auburn. It's 4-1. Lewiston over Oxford Hills at the half in boys lacrosse. For Lewiston, they have 2 goals in this game from the senior John Bigelow. They've got 1 from the 9th grader Eli Bigelow. He actually had the first goal of the game. And they have 1 from Cody Dion as well. For Oxford Hills, their lone goal, the senior Jacob Mondor fought through a slashing call and scored for the lone goal for Oxford Hills in this one. So they trail 4-1 at the break. Remember, they lost the first time against Lewiston 10-1. So Lewiston hoping to have that history repeat, and Oxford Hills hoping to rally in the second quarter. Only a 3-goal game, so really anyone's contest here at the break. It's 4 12-minute quarters at the high school level in boys lacrosse. So we've played 2 of them, and the score is 4-1, as I mentioned, in favor of a very good Lewiston team who has a 4-1 record on the year here. I want to again thank our sponsors that make this broadcast possible. Of course, Played Against Sports of Auburn, Biz Realty, Napa Coastal Auto Parts, Flanders Electric. Played Against Sports Auburn is the presenting sponsor, as I mentioned. They also sponsor the home runs in baseball games. The Twin Town Homes is one of our sponsors. They sponsor the double plays when they play baseball. Bessie Motors and Ripley and Fletcher Ford. Of course, after the game, we'll have the Ripley and Fletcher Ford post-game show and the player of the game presented by Bessie Motors after this one. So, about 5:48 remaining in the halftime break. Oxford Hills versus Lewiston. It is raining here, as you might be able to tell on your screen. It was sunny at first, and the clouds came in, and they came in quickly, along with the wind and the rain. And so everyone enjoying the game on the far side had to get some umbrellas out. Socially distanced there outdoors here at the Gwinnett Athletic Complex. Had to get some umbrellas going up when this rain started to come down. We had to scramble a little bit here in our booth. We are covered, just the wind was blowing right into us, and so the rain was coming in right in as well. So even when you're covered, if the wind's blowing, the rain can still find a way to get you. 5:05 left in the halftime break. Right now it's 4-1 in favor of Lewiston. They were kind of the favorites coming in. They had the better record, and they also had beaten Oxford Hills once before this year, but the Vikings have hung in there. I think Oxford Hills, they've had some looks. Mondor scored, but I think Nicholas Bancroft has played well. He's been all over the field for them, so he's been a threat. I would be surprised if he doesn't score by the time this game ends. But Lewiston's got a lot of weapons. Certainly, Donald Tripp's played well in goal. I also think both goalies have played well. Troy Edmonds has played well in this game for Oxford Hills. And then you look at Lewiston, Kyle Graves kind of runs this offense, which is impressive. Number 14, he's always with the ball behind the net, kind of surveying the landscape. He's only a 9th grader, folks. So you talk about, they have key players like Kyle Graves, Nick Pelletier, Eli Bigelow, Cody Dion, all 9th graders. Two of their four goals today have been from 9th graders. Dion and Eli Bigelow both have a goal. The other two, of course, from the senior John Bigelow, but still half their goals from 9th graders in this one so far, and they lead 4-1 over Oxford Hills, as it is absolutely pouring now, although it's a little bit less wind, but it is pouring still here at the Gwinnett Athletic Complex. 3:40 to go in the halftime break. I believe we can take another break here. We will be back in a bit with the third quarter here on BRG Sports.
When you're looking for your next vehicle, look no further than right here at Bessie Motor Sales. Bessie Motors has a large selection of new and pre-owned vehicles at affordable prices. With a sales, service, and collision center, we are Western Maine's one-stop shop for all your automotive needs. Come see what all the buzz is about at Bessie Motor Sales and see all the great deals on our website at bessiemotor.com.
Biz Realty has been busy as bees to please buyers and sellers of real estate since 1984. Biz Realty is a full-service real estate agency for residential, commercial, industrial, waterfront, as well as farms, located on Main Street in historic South Paris. Their full-time associates are qualified, experienced professionals in the field with a strong connection to the community. Visit their website at bizrealty.net or call 743-9303. Go Vikings, Falcons, and Cougars from the team at Biz Realty.
If you're a young adult 17 years or older and looking for a career opportunity in healthcare, then consider joining the amazing team at Market Square Health Center in South Paris. The Market Square CNA program has immediate openings for young men and women where you can earn and learn to become a certified nursing assistant, and no experience is necessary. Take the first step and call Marcy Winslow, Director of Nursing, at 743-7086, or visit us at marketsquarehealth.com. That's marketsquarehealth.com.
We're back at the Gwinnett Athletic Complex. We're going to be a little bit of a tight squeeze in our booth. They're going to move the clock operator in here, so we'll do our best to make everyone happy as the rain is coming down pretty significantly. They want to protect their electronics, of course, in front of us. About a minute 47 left in the break. They've actually paused the clock while they move it for now, but we're going to have the third quarter momentarily. Once they get the clock situated, I think we'll get started pretty quickly after that. Again, 4-1 the lead for Lewiston. They're looking for their 5th win of the year on this rainy, all of a sudden, Tuesday afternoon. Oxford Hills, though, hanging in there. Mondor had a goal in the second quarter. Cut it to 3-1 before Lewiston answered pretty quickly to make it the halftime lead of 4-1. So once the clock is situated, we'll get this one going in the third quarter of action. Vikings have taken the field, as have the Blue Devils. It's going to be Blue Devils going left to right on your screen to begin this third quarter. We'll have the face-off, of course. For Lewis, it's going to be Nick Pelletier's handled a number of their face-offs today against Mondor, who's been doing it for Oxford Hill. So Pelletier versus Mondor on the face-off, the 9th grader versus the senior in Mondor. They're just waiting for everything to get set, and we'll get this one going. 4-1 the score. Here we go. Third quarter about to get underway at the Gouin Athletic Complex. Mondor and Pelletier going at it on the face-off as the rain continues to fall. Oxford Hill's looking to rally. They'll be going right to left on your screen. And here we go. Battle for the ball. Mondor looking to scoop this one up, and he does. Mondor moving right to left. Mondor now stops and fires it to the far side. The pass over now for Riley. Mondor will get a different stick and come back on the field. Riley handling far side for Oxford Hills. Riley towards the goal line now. Riley behind the Lewiston net. Riley lost the ball here out of bounds. And it will be Lewiston ball. So they caused the turnover there. And now the Blue Devils will look to clear it. Near side for Langley. Langley's got good length, the long pole on the move. Langley across midfield. He'll fire the pass. A little too high. Rolling. Vikings get it back. 11 minutes left, third quarter. This pass, though, knocked away by a Blue Devil, taken back by the Vikings. Back and forth we go. Now Mondor finally possesses it. But Mondor loses it quickly. Picked up by Eli Bigelow. And it goes out, and Oxford Hills gets it back. Maybe a little slippery out there for everyone with the rain. Kind of a sloppy start to the third quarter as we have another turnover. This pass taken back by Dion, who has a goal today. Dion ahead now for Graves. Graves' pass is behind his intended target. Near side, though, picked up by Poulin here. Poulin going left to right with 10:15 to go in the third quarter of action with Lewiston up 4-1. Poulin on the near side. Poulin goes behind the Oxford Hills net. Poulin on the move. The pass goes behind his intended target. Rolls past midfield. Just barely past midfield. And it'll be over and back. It'll be Viking ball. Mondor. He's been their main weapon. He's got their lone goal, and he has the ball now. Mondor directing traffic. Mondor with the ball again here. Vikings down by 3, but with possession. Mondor spins. Mondor shoots. Wide left. Vikings should maintain possession. They do. Brooks was back there. Brooks with the ball now near side. Brooks trying to fend off the defender. Tried to get to Mondor, too wide. It'll be a foot race. The ball just dies in the grass, and Mondor picks it up. The ball will not move very quickly with this rain on the grass. Here comes Mondor. The shot bounces it wide. Right back there was Brooks. Brooks centers it. Oh, past the stick that time. That was a good idea. He was trying. It was a good pass, actually, just right past Riley. Now the ball loose. Picked up by Langley of Lewiston on the far side. Up ahead it goes for Graves. Graves on the attack for the Blue Devils, who lead 4-1. 8:40 to go, third quarter. Graves behind the Oxford Hills net right now. Graves surveying. He's the distributor. He's the facilitator for Lewiston. The 9th grader on the near side, looking for his options. Spins. Goes towards the goal line. Now backs off a bit. Oh, he falls over on this slippery surface. And the Vikings get the ball back. Able to scoop up that ground ball was Colin Edwards, number 34, senior. Up ahead, they get it onto the stick of Bancroft. Bancroft breaks through. Bancroft on the move for Oxford Hills. Trying to cut this deficit to 2. Bancroft on the far side by the goal line. Now goes behind the Lewiston net. Bancroft looking. Passes near side now. That's Alden Tim. Tim tried to get it back to Bancroft, but it rolls right into the stick of Tripp, the goalie. So Tripp scoops up the ground ball and passes it up ahead. Towards midfield, here is Cronkite. Cronkite on the move. Good pass, shot wide. Good velocity on that shot from Bryce Dufour, the senior, but missed. Lewiston maintains possession. Here's Graves. Good pass. Oh, but Bigelow couldn't quite finish. Couldn't quite get a clean look. Ball on the ground, picked up by the Vikings. And on the move, Doc. Doc clears it. Bowden Doc, the senior on defense. Passes it near side now for DeVivo. DeVivo. Through 2 defenders. On the move. Lost the ball. Along the goal line. A chance here for the Vikings, though, to maintain possession. We have a whistle. It'll be Viking ball. Ryan Coolidge was battling for that one for Oxford Hills. Coolidge the pass. Near side now. They'll back it out a bit. Reset with Vanderwood. Vanderwood dropped it, but picks it back up. Now feeling the pressure. Vanderwood trying to shake this defender here who's on him. Good defense by Langley. Vanderwood maintaining his footing, though. Passes it near side. Here's Mondor. Mondor, as the rain has now stopped, mostly, I think. Maybe a few drops here and there, but it's cleared up a bit. It's drizzling, but not as much as it was before. Mondor just kind of surveying the landscape, not in a rush right now. 5:48 to go, third quarter. Mondor passes it far side to Sinkler. He lost the ball. It gets kicked around, and the Blue Devils get it back. Sear gets it, the senior. Sear, pass up ahead a little bit too far for the intended target. Don't have a number 2 on the old roster, but he has the ball. Now over for Dufour. Dufour with it on the far side. Passes it near side for Pelletier. Pelletier handling. 5:04 to go in the third. Pelletier. Passes it forward. On the run, the shot, and a goal that time by Kudamache. The junior attacker, Sam Kudamache, scores, and Lewiston leads 5-1 with 4:55 to go in the third. Snuck by Edmonds that time. So we'll have a face-off after Lewiston goes up now by 4. It's settled down a bit. The wind has certainly calmed down. Mondor to handle the face-off for the Vikings against Dion, I believe, for Lewiston. It is Dion. Mondor. Oh, he almost scooped it up, but got hit, and a good clean hit. And here's Whiting for Lewiston. Whiting on the move. Whiting has it knocked away by Mondor. Ball loose, and Mondor gets it. Mondor fires it up ahead. Was looking for Riley that time, but was wide. Now the ball loose around midfield. And see some water spraying around. Here's Whiting for Lewiston. Whiting gets across the midfield line. Passes it far side. Here come the Blue Devils. Good pass up ahead and a good save that time by Edmonds on the shot by John Bigelow, who was on the doorstep. Ball loose. Battle for it here. Picked up by the Vikings. Spinning around a couple defenders. Bancroft. He'll lob it up ahead and a good pass that time for Riley, but they couldn't quite possess it. Ball loose. Taken back by the Blue Devils on the move. On the far side. With 3:40 to go in the third. That time it's Eli Bigelow passing it back for Dion. They both have a goal today. Dion. Pass it near side. Shot from distance that time. A good look from Kudamache, but a good save again by Edmonds. Shot might have been a little wide, but Edmonds obviously can't take that risk and is able to get the ball for the Vikings. And now Oxford Hill's on the move. Down 5-1. Shot from distance here. Bounces into the stick of Tripp. Vanderwood, a good look, but Donald Tripp all over that one. And Tripp, good pass up ahead for Cronkite. Good outlet pass that time. Here comes Cronkite on the move for Lewiston. Cronkite passes it near side. Centering feed. Graves and a goal! Kyle Graves, the 9th grader, scores for the first time today. And it's 6-1 Lewiston with 2:48 to go in the third. Great pass, set him up that time. And he scored for Lewiston. Remember, the first quarter was only 1-0. There was only one goal in the first 12 minutes of this game. And Lewiston went up 3-0. Oxford Hills got one back with Mondor scoring to make it 3-1. But the next 3 goals in this one have been scored by Lewiston. They lead 6-1 now. 2:48 to go in the third. Vanderwood to handle his face-off for Oxford Hills. Ball loose. He was battling Chase McKean that time, and McKean ends up winning the face-off. And he is on the move with some vigor, is Chase McKean. And now we have a whistle. We got a penalty coming up. Vanderwood called for a slash. 1 minute for slashing. The call on Vanderwood. So a man-up situation here for Lewiston, already up 6-1 with 2:35 to go in the third. Here come the Blue Devils with Dion possessing. Dion passes it, centers it here for Cronkite. Now over near side, Pelletier. Up ahead and a goal. I think that was Pelletier centering it for Bigelow, who scored. Slick maneuver in that time by Lewis, and they lead 7-1. 2:19 to go. The man-up goal that time for the Blue Devils. So Bigelow, that should be his third. That's a hat trick for the senior. And a slick assist by Pelletier. Face off at midfield here with 2:19 to go in the third. As Lewiston does take advantage of the man-up situation. Battle for the ball. Kicked around by Mondor. Picked up here. Oh, and a big hit. That time delivered by Ledger of Lewiston. And they're able to get the ball back in their own end. Outlet pass here looking for Ledger. A little bit too high from Brito. But Blue Devils have it. Here's Graves, who scored once today. Goes behind the Oxford Hills now. The minute 50 left in the third. Near side shot wide to the right that time from Dufour with 1:45 to go in the third. Dufour now with it near side. Another shot high that time. But Lewiston ripping off shots one after another. They've opened up a 6-goal lead here. 1:35 to go in the third quarter. Spinning around here is Graves. And Graves passes very wide back to midfield. Picked up by the Vikings. They had it momentarily, but now it's taken back by Lewiston. And Tripp will possess it for the Blue Devils, the goalie. He'll look for the outlet. He'll pass it now far side for Sear. Sear the long pole up ahead. As it splashes into the net of Brito. Ball pretty wet out there. Brito passes up ahead now for Ledger. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Blue Devils by 6. Behind the Oxford Hills net now. 40 seconds to go in the third. Near side, looking for it. Poulin thought he had it, dropped it, picked up by the Vikings. Battle for the ball at midfield. And a good job that time by Langley to knock it away. But here's Bancroft, who is tough to bring down. Oh, my. Bancroft bouncing off Lewiston players through the defense. Bancroft a shot and a tie. But what an effort by Nicholas Bancroft. About 3 or 4 Lewiston players had a shot at him, and he kept his footing. Now, here's a good feed. Mondor, his second goal of the game. So the Vikings get one back that time on the assist from Derek Brooks. With 9.2 seconds left in the third, Mondor scores again. 7-2, Lewiston leads. So Jacob Mondor's got a pair of goals for Oxford Hills. John Bigelow's got 3 for Lewiston. And now we'll have a face-off after the Mondor goal. And at midfield for Lewiston. Handling it here is Cody Dion versus Gray Vanderwood. Sorry, folks. There we go. I couldn't hear myself there for a moment. And it's always an awkward feeling. All right, off the face-off. Here come the Blue Devils. It's Eli Bigelow, but they run out of time. So that's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Lewiston 7, Oxford Hills 2. We'll take a break. Back in a bit here on BRG Sports.
The best way I could describe working with Hammond Lumber, our relationship, is like working with a group of friends.
Their service is excellent in the store. You walk in, there's always somebody there waiting to help you.
Delivery, on-site help, whatever's needed, they're there for us.
Aggressive on the pricing. They have all the materials and products we need.
Their sales service is exceptional.
They deliver everything when we expect it to be delivered.
It always comes back to service, with Hammond Lumber being the most important thing.
When it comes to banking, you deserve to have it all. With Dirigo, you can get that thing you really want with great rate credit cards and loans. You can have it all with Dirigo.
And welcome back to the Gouin Athletic Complex. We are through 3 quarters between Oxford Hills and Lewiston. This presentation of boys lacrosse on BRG Sports is brought to you by Play It Again Sports of Auburn. And Lewiston has a 7-2 lead over Oxford Hills. As for today, Lewiston's got a hat trick from John Bigelow. And for Oxford Hills, both their goals have been off the stick of Jacob Mondor, who has played well in this one for the Vikings, who are down 5 with 12 minutes left in this one. Mondor has been the man for the Oxford Hills. They'll continue to try to feed him the ball. Looks like it'll be Vanderwood to handle this face-off for the Vikings. And Vanderwood will go up against Cody Dion of Lewiston. Vikings will be going left to right on your screen to start the fourth if they're able to win this face-off. Trailing by a score of 7-2. Rolls to the near side. Possessed here by DeVivo of Oxford Hills. He's on the move. Going to his left, now spins back to his right. And we have a whistle, and it's going to go back to Lewiston, it looks like. With 11:47 remaining. In regulation, 7-2, Blue Devils have the lead. And the ball right now, at least. Dufour with it. Dufour avoids the stick of Vanderwood. Dufour on the near side. Over to for Graves, who's had a very good game as a facilitator for Lewiston. He's got a goal of his own also. Graves behind the net looking for Bigelow, who's got 3. Graves now settles in, cuts back, cut off, and we have a flag. It'll be a delayed penalty. So Lewiston can go to work here with full confidence. They can't turn it over. Pool end from distance wide and knocked away, and now the delayed penalty will go into effect as Oxford Hills called for it. One minute for slashing called against Colin Edwards of Oxford Hills. So a man up for Lewis, and they scored the last time they had a man up opportunity. They're up 7-2 here with 11:05 to go in regulation. On the far side, now they pass it behind the net for Kyle Graves, the excellent 9th grader. A little trickeration there behind the net. They faked it, and Graves got it back. Pass, goal! Gavin Cronkite scores, the senior. And Lewiston goes up 8-2 with 10:49 to go on the assist to Graves, and it was a very good pass. So they do have 3 from, as I mentioned, from Bigelow, but besides that, they've got 5 different goal scorers besides him, so 6 different goal scorers overall. And an 8-2 lead now for Lewiston. Mondor to handle the face-off against Chase McKean here. At midfield with 10:49 to go. Mondor wins the face-off. Ball rolling, picks it up. Mondor on the move. Mondor through traffic. Mondor looking to score, and he does! Mondor does it on his own, and he's got the hat trick with 10:38 to go. Mondor's got all 3 of Oxford Hills' goals. It's 8-3 now with 10:38 remaining, and that was a very impressive individual effort. Winning the face-off and then taking it down the field and scoring. They'll need to have him do that a few more times here. They're still down 5, but a very good job by Mondor. 3 for him, 3 for Bigelow on the other side to lead the way for both teams. Face-off at midfield. Mondor looking to do it again. Bigelow will pick it up. Or pardon me, Bancroft. Bancroft picks it up. Bancroft on the move now. Bancroft bouncing off defenders. Bancroft the shot. And it goes behind. Oxford Hills maintaining possession here. Brooks with it. Brooks centering feed. Couldn't quite handle. We do have a whistle with 10:18 to go. Slashing is the call, and it's against Lewiston, I believe, this time. Yep. Elijah Brito called for it. Oxford Hills down 8-3. This is already a big improvement over their 10-1 loss earlier in the year. And trying to make it a little bit more interesting here, they have possession with a man-up opportunity now. 1 minute on the slashing call here. A chance for the Vikings. They know who they want to try to get it to. That's Mr. Mondor, who's got 3. And they do pass it to Mondor. Mondor way away from the goal right now, but with the ball. Passes it near side for DeVivo. Now back to Mondor. Mondor tried to pass it back, and they have it locked loose. Here's Bancroft. Bancroft's been threatening throughout the game. He's got good physical ability. Now DeVivo from distance, and it rolls wide. Tried to bounce it home that time with 9:45 to go. Vikings down 8-3. Behind the net. Surveying the landscape. You know who they want to get it to. Here he is. He'll pass it back immediately. Now gets it back. Mondor. Through traffic. Good pass. Bancroft. Bancroft the shot. Save made by Tripp. Ball loose. And another shot. Tipped. Here's Bancroft. Bancroft the centering feed. Tough angle and a good check delivered. Ball loose. Loose and back at full strength right now. And we have a whistle. It'll be Viking ball with 9:07 to go. Down by 5. Lewiston survives the man up that time. But boy, oh boy, Oxford Hills had some interesting opportunities for sure. DeVivo pass it now near side. Oh, pass the stick of Coolidge. And Lewiston gets it back. Here come the Blue Devils now, right to left, up ahead. One goes off the stick of Bigelow. Eli Bigelow picked up by DeVivo. He's on the move. DeVivo through traffic. Doesn't have the angle and it's knocked away. Picks it up. Still feeling the pressure. Kicks it. Ball loose near side now. Battle for the ground ball. Who's going to pick this one up? Still loose. 8:25 remaining. Vikings down by 5. Needing to get possession back. They do. It's Bancroft. Passes it far side now. Centered it to Aiden St. Laurent, number 9. St. Laurent having some trouble picking up this ground ball. Bancroft will do it himself. Bancroft now. 8:02 left. Down 8-3. Vikings trying to cut this deficit to 4 here in the 4th. Bancroft on the near side has it knocked away. Good defense by number 0, Connor Martin of Lewiston. Ball still loose. Battles for the ground ball, and then some extracurriculars perhaps, but no whistle. They say play on. Coolidge. They get now over far side. DeVivo on the move with the ball now. Near side to the goal line. Stumbling. Loose ball. Does not have the numbers. He's outnumbered by Lewiston. Picked up by Whiting. Ball loose. Tripp able to stop it with his foot and then pick it up. Tripp. Outlet pass. Up ahead. Too high for the intended target. Eli Bigelow. Ball loose now. Picked up. We have a whistle. Way off the ball. With 7:13 left. See what this is about. Timeout, perhaps, it looks like. Yep. 7:13 to go. A timeout has been called by Lewiston. They lead by a score of 8-3. A reminder, stick around for after the game for our post game. We will name the Bessie Motors Player of the Game on the Ripley and Fletcher Ford post-game show. And we haven't determined who that player of the game is yet. I think this game, you know, there's still 7 minutes and 13 seconds left. 8-3, but a lot can happen in over 7 minutes. We saw Mondor score really quickly off the face-off earlier, and if he can get a couple more, it could be an interesting finish here. Certainly not out of reach for the Vikings. They've already shown big-time improvement from the first time they played Lewiston, when the Blue Devils won 10-1. As the team's talking things over on their respective sidelines. After Lewiston called that timeout, first timeout either team has called today. Now the timeout, Oxford Hills will need to get a stop on defense and score quickly on the other end. Troy Poulin to handle it for Lewiston. Poulin right to left. Passes it behind the net for Graves. Graves makes this offense go for Lewiston. He's got 1 goal of his own, and he's just got a number of assists today. He's been involved in most of their goal scoring in one way or the other. Passes it back for Poulin. Now center it for Cronkite. Around the perimeter. Good pass by Cronkite. Good save that time by Edmonds. Good look from Cody Dion, but Edmonds with the save. And here comes Bancroft for Oxford Hills. Bancroft on the move. He is tough to slow down. He is a good player for the Vikings. Bancroft centers it. The shot and the save by Tripp. On a good look that time by Alden Tim, but Tripp was up to the task for Lewiston. On the other end, here comes Whiting flying down the field. Oh, and the pass slips by Graves. John Bigelow was looking to find Graves, but it went past him, and Lewiston turns it over. Viking ball, down 5. And on the move, their big defender, who turns it over. I actually don't have a 38 on my Viking roster, so I apologize. He was the defender there for Oxford Hills, but in any case, it's now Lewiston ball. Bryce Dufour handling for Lewiston. They do lead by 5, and the time's their friend right now. 5:45 left. They want that clock to move quickly. Dufour moving to his left. Dufour to the goal line. Pass back out now, weaving through traffic. A shot that time off the stick of the mysterious number 2 of Lewiston, and a good save made by Troy Edmonds again. Now, ball knocked loose at midfield, and Oxford Hills making their case, but it's going to be Lewiston ball. 5:15 left. They fling it up ahead. Good centering feed shot. That time is wide off the stick of John Bigelow, who's got 3 goals today. And I don't think anyone was back there, so it's going to be a Viking ball here. Bowden Dock gets it up ahead. Way ahead to midfield, but slips past the stick of the intended target. That time, Hayden Riley, number 3 in white. Good ground ball pickup, though, for the Vikings. Alden Tim was there. Vanderwood gets it over now to Mondor, who's been excellent. Got all 3 of their goals. Mondor over to Vanderwood. Passes near side. Weaving through traffic. Tough look that time. Good idea by Ryan Coolidge, but it bounces right to Tripp, the goalie for Lewiston. 4:23 left. Here come the Blue Devils, right to left on your screen, leading by 5. Kudamache, who has the goal today. Up ahead now for Bigelow. Lost the ball. Check that out, it was McKean who lost the ball. 26, McKean lost it. Picked up by the Vikings. Here comes Mondor up ahead now for Tripp. Or pardon me, Tim, Alden Tim. Now Mondor over to Vanderwood. 3:43 to go. DeVivo from distance, wide left. And it's going to go back to Lewiston. 3:40 remaining in regulation. 8-3 lead for the visitors from Lewiston. Looking to get their 5th win of the year. They're 4-1. Vikings at 2-2 entering this game. Langley on the move for the Blue Devils. Lost the ball, just straight up dropped it. It's slippery out there, folks. Who wants it? Tough ground ball picked up here by Bigelow, but there's a whistle. It's going to be Viking ball with 3:17 left. Can Mondor and company get a 4th goal here? Mondor on the move. Mondor through traffic. He's got a 4th goal. What a performance today from Jacob Mondor. He's got all 4 of the Vikings goals. It's 8-4 with 3:09 remaining. Just slicing through the defense. Mondor making his case for Bessie Motors player of the game, even though they're losing by 4 goals right now. He's got all of their goals. He's the leading goal scorer on either side today. You don't normally give player of the game to a team that loses, but Mondor is keeping them in.
It's understood in New England that Maine winters build character. At Ripley and Fletcher Ford, we've been building character for over 100 years. We kept you on the road when they were all made of gravel. We will continue to get you where you're going so you can enjoy the Maine winter. We are what other dealerships pretend to be. Ripley and Fletcher Ford, Oxford County's premier Ford dealer since 1909.
Did you know State Farm has surprisingly great rates on auto and renter's insurance? It's one of those things you just don't know until you know. So now you know. Your local State Farm agent knows how to help you protect your car and stuff for a surprisingly great rate. Want to know how much you can save? Talk to a State Farm agent today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Get the real deal from State Farm agent Joshua Lynn in Turner, Maine.
Napa knows every driver deserves quality parts. With 27 locations in Maine, Coastal Auto Parts is bringing quality to local communities. Our knowledgeable customer service teams and massive inventory helps us get the parts you need when you need them. And when you sign up for Napa Rewards, you'll save more each time you shop. Stop by one of our locations today to learn more. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Napa know-how. Napa know-how. Napa know-how.
The best way I could describe working with Hammond Lumber, our relationship, is like working with a group of friends.
Their service is excellent in the store. You walk in, there's always somebody there waiting to help you.
Delivery, on-site help, whatever's needed, they're there for us.
Aggressive on the pricing. They have all the materials and products we need.
Their sales service is exceptional.
They deliver everything when we expect it to be delivered.
It always comes back to service, with Hammond Lumber being the most important thing.
When it comes to banking, you deserve to have it all. With Dirigo, you can get that thing you really want with great rate credit cards and loans. You can have it all with Dirigo.
Since 1989, Budget Document Technology has been committed to providing the highest level of service to our customers with a focus on the latest in office imaging technology. We are your document partner for print, scan, copy, fax, and wide format technology, as well as software applications and cost recovery software, all designed to manage your workflow with ease and efficiency. We have aligned ourselves with some of the leading names in the industry as a fully authorized dealership, allowing us to provide flexible options to meet client needs. Our staff of dedicated professionals offer decades of experience with a concentration in digital office technology. Whether you are looking for one machine or a multi-network platform environment, Give us the opportunity to show you the budget difference.
Napa knows every driver deserves quality parts. With 27 locations in Maine, Coastal Auto Parts is bringing quality to local communities. Our knowledgeable customer service teams and massive inventory helps us get the parts you need when you need them. And when you sign up for Napa Rewards, you'll save more each time you shop. Stop by one of our locations today to learn more. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Napa know-how. Napa know-how. Napa know-how.